That start button. But yeah, that live now thing, that'd be so tight for us to have.
Oh yeah.
Because like we could put it up on the glass, or we could put it like right by the door or something.
Be perfect.
That'd be so dope. That'd be so dope.
Just like a radio station, man.
Yeah, people would know. So they'd be like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna...
Don't knock on the door.
Unless it's an emergency.
Come on.
Yeah, emergencies only. Like that's definitely... I think it's dope too that we can see, like, it's cool for people like when we're doing this to see through the window.
Exactly.
Because like when I saw John doing interviews, and I was like, yo, that's kind of sick. Like they can see us like what we're doing for like different development.
And it's cool because people won't know. Because like I think a lot of people come in, they think this is just a Smash venue. Because I come here for Smash personally, but like no, it's not just a Smash venue. We are esports league, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I try to get to everybody. And it's starting to really click in people's heads now.
Right.
That's sick.
So I know we got a lot to talk about because you got a lot of stuff on that.
We do. Yeah, we do. We definitely have a lot to talk about today. All right, so what's going on, UEL fam? This is episode 8.
Episode 8.
This is episode 8. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about.
8 episodes.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Wow.
We got an awesome setup for you guys today. Yeah. We're going to be going over basically the $10,000 tournament that we just had.
Yes, sir.
The Ravens. We got 2 of the Ravens with us. We got obviously our host, Pastor Herb.
Yes,
and now our co-host, Wanku. And then myself, obviously, G-Licious or Ryan, whatever you prefer.
Forget about Peach.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's right. Yeah.
We also have another guest with us. Best friend of Wanku.
Yeah. Princess Toadstool right here. Over the Toadstool Kingdom. Princess Peach, everybody. Ladies
Princess Peach. All right.
Let's get it.
Okay, so let's go. We're going to get into what happened so far, the first round of the tournament, and then we're going to go into the matchups to come this coming weekend. And then we're also going to kind of talk about how we feel about those matchups, what we think is going to happen. We're going to talk about the matches that did happen and some of the highlights and kind of how we felt going through those. There was a lot of interesting things that happened. You know, people that were, or teams that were a lot more competitive than we actually thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
One of those was the Baba Yaga against my squad, so we'll get into that. I think we only had 2 no-shows out of all the teams, and for that, you know, we took 10-0. You know what I mean? Because the Bulls is a squad that I personally am on, which we call the old man squad.
The old man squad. Y'all ain't some young bulls. Y'all some old bulls.
Yeah, some old bulls, right? So we didn't get to play them, but we did jump in and play the Boos. Because of their team not showing up, so we gave them some competition, kind of more like a scrimmage format, but also so that they had a game to play, and we put in work. They weren't ready, especially in Gears. Yes. Yeah, we showed them what was going on in Gears. We did not lose every game, which I was actually surprised. But so we had Wanku was on commentating a lot during the tournament. She killed it, super entertaining. So how did you feel about like watching it all go down?
Oh man, it was an emotional roller coaster. Like there's a lot of like games I just did not know what to expect. What was going to happen. Like, I mean, with FIFA, when the Phantoms and Karma played, neither of the players had played. But, like, I feel like they both picked up pretty fast on, like, just how to work the game normally, you know? Just with a lot of it. And and then, like, again, I commentated mostly the Phantoms and Karma game.
Okay.
So I think that's the one I saw the most of. But, like, I mean, every little one I saw was just crazy.
Yeah, so go ahead.
I was going to say I agree with that. Like, neither one of those people knew how to play the game, so it was just, like, super interesting to watch.
And that happens in FIFA a lot.
Yes.
Like, where 2 people who don't know how to play, but then it gets so intense because by the end of it, they both know how to pass, shoot, and, like, steal the ball, and so then it becomes like, okay, who's going to get that first goal? Or does it come out to a shootout? But not too many shootouts. It usually somebody scores
Somebody scores.
And it gets pretty crazy. So I guess we'll go right into that score, though, that team, those 2 teams playing. So you had Karma and the Phantoms, right? So Karma did take the W there, 9-4, but the Phantoms came to play.
Oh yeah.
And we got to remember, Karma were the champions last year.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
They came in with a lot of confidence, a lot of, we're going to wipe the floor with everybody again, I think. That's what I saw. That's what I felt.
Oh yeah.
But for the Phantoms to be a brand new team, and they put in some work, I mean, they won 4 of the games. Now, yes, 9-4 is not exactly close. But I think they might have put a little shook them up a little bit.
Definitely closer than anyone expected.
Yeah.
From a new team against the champ team.
Exactly. Against the champ team, yeah. And like I had to get up out of there, man, because I wanted to coach so bad. But I was like, listen, y'all can win this game, y'all can take this game. But honestly, they played it. I would say about as best as they could. They played it about as best as they could. The FIFA thing was a good win for them. they had one forfeit, which I didn't agree with, which was like Street Fighter, because they weren't sure that James was gonna go in for that, and he's like the only good Street Fighter player on the team.
Karma.
Yeah, at that time, but I think a few of them are trying to play now because they was like, we can't have that play again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just really, really fun to watch. Like I had to leave. Like I've been there for like 12 hours at that point. I was like, I need to go.
So what other games did they beat them in?
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite, because they had Adonis, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
And Adonis is what, top 3?
I know exactly, but I'm gonna sound like a nerd.
What's the actual ranking?
Adonis is 64th in the world for most arena Fortnite points. So basically he plays a lot of competitive Fortnite solos. I looked it up because I was curious. I wanted to see, and very well, I saw his name on there, so I'm like, okay,
That's super
fair enough.
important.
It's impressive. It's not easy with how many players Fortnite has.
I mean, his performance, got him being recruited. Like,
bro,
it's insane.
People were scared in the chat. They were like, please make it stop.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious because they go into every shooter. Karma goes into every shooter thinking like,
we got it.
No problem. And then in Fortnite,
here comes Adonis.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
he had motherfuckers unplugging their whole power strip. he was like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. No, and then we have clips on that too. So that clip, the summary of the first round of the tournaments actually shows the ridiculousness that was going on. Like I don't know how he can build, edit, shoot, and then you called it out when he did the little laughing emote.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, he had that on standby. Like he was ready.
He missed the shot. Like, right? He just missed the shot, laughed, and then killed the dude.
Yeah. Yo, when he killed him with the pickaxe too, I was like, why?
Like, he didn't even have to use a gun.
No. He was like, I already know I'm gonna win this fight. I already know, he just knew.
I was trying to remember how many people he took out because it was like 6.
Like I know, and
like all at that same iteration.
Yes. Literally, oh god, it was a sight to see.
So Karma lost that. They lost Fortnite. But they also knew that they were going to lose Smash because
they got
3 Smash players. Really, I say 4, but like one is I'm retired. I don't play Smash anymore. So it's more like
you
that.
Play.
Yeah,
you
still be playing. He comes to tournaments all the time. He's like, I guess I'll take second place or something today. I'm like, yeah, all right. But yeah, they weren't gonna win Smash. And then they played.
They won 2K as well.
They won 2K because they had 300, and 300 is like he's a prime time 2K player. Like he lives, breathes, dies by 2K. So like they weren't gonna win that either. Yeah. So it was definitely. It was an interesting show. I think if they had a little bit more experience, like overall, like how the league works and everything like that, it would have been a closer game, maybe potentially one. If they knew how to strategize better, if they knew how to actually take a chance on something that it could have been gone either way, like a 50-50 game. Take the dub on that, it would have been a lot closer.
Yeah, so this is like what's so cool about the league too is like I actually talked to 300 as well, and I didn't get to talk to Adonis. I actually didn't know who he was until afterwards. Yeah. But so new team comes together, right? And we talked about this before this happened. The new teams come together. We're gonna start to see some of the skills come out. Yeah. And there's gonna be other teams that are looking to recruit and to pull you on. And it's exactly what's happening right now. And I'm not gonna talk to like what exactly is happening because the season's not over yet, and like that all happens later. Right. I think during the draft type of situation. But still, like people are recruiting, people are scouting.
They scouting, bro,
and it's happening. So like I know 300 is being scouted, I know Adonis is being scouted, and I was actually scouting 300 myself because he's a sports player, I'm still looking for sports players, but. It was amazing, dude. Like, to see how that new team performed together and, like, see the skills that came out of, like, to me, it was nowhere. Now, I know a lot of people knew Adonis and knew what was about to happen.
Right, like, oh, here we go.
But I didn't actually know how good he played. And so to see that, I was just like, oh,
there's levels to this.
Yeah, there's levels to this shit.
Levels to this.
Holy crap. Okay, so let's see what other games. So let's see, because we got that. I guess we can talk about y'all's game. So let's talk about the Ravens.
I mean, I guess we can.
Let's talk about So the Ravens, Merlin, right?
Yeah.
You know, now they came to play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They didn't get to play much.
No.
So you guys did what to them? You guys did a 1-7. So y'all came away with 7 wins to 1 loss.
I think it was 8.
It was 8.
It was 8-1. It was 8-1.
I'm gonna correct this. I'm gonna correct the record. Okay.
But I mean. We wouldn't have lost if Caleb didn't lose Pokemon. No, just kidding. Pokemon.
So I heard that the player that was playing him in Pokemon actually knew what they were doing.
Yeah, he's alright.
He was alright?
He's alright.
Okay.
Like, really what it was like Caleb he likes Pokemon, but he hasn't played in a little while. So like a few very small rules, right? Like very small, like you can't do this unless it's the first turn kind of moves. Like let's say for example, Fake Out. Fake Out is a move that makes a Pokemon flinch, but you can only use it the very first turn that your Pokemon is in.
Yeah.
He tried to use it after the first turn, so like it was just a wasted turn.
Yeah.
He had a lot of wasted turns because he hasn't played in a little bit, so he forgot some of the key fundamental rules of the game.
It's definitely a strategy based.
Yeah, it's a strategy based game, and you gotta really know the rules. Like there's a bunch of different I know you used to play Pokemon back in the day, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you know they have like moves like Sunny Day, where like you make the sun come out, blah blah blah, powers up fire type moves. Yeah. They got stuff where it's like you change the whole dynamic of the room. It's called like Misty Terrain, and you can't use status moves. Like you can't paralyze somebody in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Right. So the game is like, I wouldn't say completely different. There's just more utility, there's more abilities,
there's more things that you can actually do to change the entire outcome of what's going on.
Right.
Yeah, it's complicated to me. Now when I watch it, I'm like,
yeah. I feel that. I'm like, what the?
They just added a lot more. Yeah,
like,
they just added a lot more rules.
Yeah. So now out of your team, and if you don't want to share this, it's fine. But out of your team, who's the best Pokemon player?
I think me.
Think you?
I think me, because like I said, I just love watching Pokemon, and like there's this one content creator I just watch all the time, just because he's an Australian dude, and I like Crocodile Hunter, and I like Pokemon. Yeah. So it was the perfect mix for me to just keep watching it. So I just watch him every day. He releases a video.
See, and you're learning. Take that. Irvin's one of the best players in the league. I just voted for him.
Hey, appreciate you.
Listen, but like. That's how you learn. Yeah. Like you have to study it and study it from people who are already the best at it.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
Boom. It's not complicated, especially in a game like that where it's just decision making. Mm-hmm. Like if you're playing a fighting game, you have to like get the dexterity, or even like a shooter, you have to get the dexterity of the keyboard and mouse, or like learn how to do like a fireball, like a Hadouken. You gotta learn how to do that. Yeah. With Pokemon or like a strategy game like that, you just gotta make the right decision. Yeah. You can watch somebody make the right decision and always make the right decision. You know?
Yeah. So how do you think your team performed altogether?
It should have been an egg, but you know, I don't know what the Merlin were expecting, but apparently they thought that they were gonna beat us in every shooter, which I thought was really funny. I'm sorry, like when I heard that scene, I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Bruh. I played their team in shooters. That's not gonna happen.
No.
So the competition level probably wasn't enough for you guys to really challenge your team. Do you feel like that, or?
Yes, and as well as like they were just really new, so
which is
it's really no knock against them.
Like some practice, you know. I mean, they did come out in practice, so like I know they had some.
Yeah, they have the drive.
And I respected, you know, like how the confidence they had. That is.
Yeah, and they were good sports and stuff about it.
And they have some amazing shooters. Like I did terrible in Halo, but I found the person that went top frag on their team. I was like, man, you bodied me. You bodied me. Like I'll give you that. Like that was really good work there. And like they had some good split gate players, and a lot of them were on controller. Most of them were on controller.
I saw that. They were
okay. Like y'all are doing really good with that. So
right,
they're definitely not bad, and they have potential. I do see that.
Yeah, they definitely had somebody who went like 16-1 or something in Splitgate. Mm-hmm. So they were. I mean, they could figure out what they were doing, and they definitely had some stronger shooters and stuff. So
I think it was Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby is a guy.
There it is.
Crazy. Controller nice. Warrior.
Yeah, he's pretty nice at shooters. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, see, that's awesome. So I think from y'all's next match, which would be, so that now put them in against the Boos. Mm-hmm. So it's Ravens Boos.
Yeah.
This is about to be an electric match, if you ask me.
It's going to be pretty crazy, I'm not going to lie.
Because you guys haven't played since when?
Oh, we did a scrimmage on Tuesday.
Yeah, we did the scrimmage on the 30th, but I think the biggest thing about that was Silver wasn't in at the time. Mm-hmm. But I also heard that, I'm not trying to put his business out there, that he's a little sick right now. Gotcha. So he might not be able to come in for the final
Silver?
game. Yes.
Oh, dude, he couldn't make it to the last game.
That's what I'm saying.
Dang, they basically had to go without Silver.
I feel like just bad luck, man.
Yeah, it's really bad luck. Back to back.
But that's the stuff that can happen. And I think that in the I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that or not.
I've heard Billy might have some substitutes, so.
Yeah, I think that we might. I think that the league is actually going in a way where there will be the opportunity to have subs. Because that way, for these types of situations, you don't get stuck where you have 6 players versus 7
players.
You lose like players. You can now have some that you can actually pull from on game day.
Okay.
Right.
I do think that's fair.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's fair.
Because anything can happen, man. Right. Like if I'm not putting negativity out there, but if anything happens. Well, what do you do?
What do you do?
You know, the whole team screwed. I think that we should definitely be able to have however many. I don't know what the rules are going to be, but there'll be a couple people that we can sub in. I think that'd be dope.
I think it'd be a good idea.
So for next season, that might be an update. So we'll see.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. So that kind of told you guys though who won out of the Boos and Gorillas. So the Gorillas actually their team didn't show up. So we call it the old man squad jumped in. That would be me, the Commissioner Titus, our brother John Walker. We have two other friends, Jim and Jorge. They showed up, and we played them. Yeah. And I think we went. Let's see what I have here. I think we went. So it wasn't so good.
Wait, let me also put this up here.
Yeah,
my friend Derek, shouts out to Derek.
Yeah.
He actually, I think he joined you guys' squad and he won FIFA for you guys, remember?
Yes.
Yeah,
he jumped in.
Shouts out to Derek. Shouts out to my man.
Derek. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I forgot about that because he did jump in at the last minute.
Right,
and helped us out. He did win FIFA.
Yeah,
and that was one of the 2 games that we won. So it was, that ended up 9-2. We lost. We didn't expect to beat them. I think that they're one of the best teams in the league as well.
Right,
like kind
for
of
sure.
Ravens, Karma, Boos.
It's around that.
Like Ghost, I think we're kind of trailing in there.
Yeah, making your way.
So I think basically out of that 9-2, the other game we won I think was Gears, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we won Gears.
Yes.
Am I correct?
You guys won Gears.
Yeah, so it was just Gears and FIFA. That's all we took. We're not gonna talk about all the other games.
Not important.
So that now put the bracket to where it's the Ravens Boos next. So the Ravens Boos playing the second round for the semifinals.
Man. It's insane. I didn't want it to be so soon, but I think it'll be good entertainment for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Let me just say,
go ahead.
Bro, the Boos, I'm sorry. Bro, if a shooter comes up, we are sweeping them, dog. Digging the grave. We doing bro, listen, if a shooter comes up, it's a wrap. I don't care about a DZ. I don't care about a Mark Smart. I don't care about a Billy. There's no trash talk to anybody's character.
Yeah, get 'em.
I don't care. Listen, we winning that.
Hey, we just practiced with y'all. Like, we were just playing with you guys. And I would say your shooting game has definitely stepped up. How do you feel about it?
I feel really good. Really good.
I've seen Moneyball practicing Tekken.
Oh, that? Oh, you talking about that?
Yeah. I saw it was at the end. I think it was during the tournament.
Yeah.
Maybe after y'all's game.
He just messing around.
Yeah, he's just messing around. I don't believe anything.
Listen, bro, but you know how I am. Like, I'm really coming with, like, I don't want anybody, when they join my team, to feel like there's a limit.
Yeah.
Like, me and you used to live in Wayne back in the day. So he said no ceilings. I meant that. Like, I felt that. No ceilings, bro, for real. Yeah. So I got to get them all on the same page. Like, especially if I'm good at the game, I feel like I have the capability to teach you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you the game that I'm best at. So you will at least have that in your repertoire.
Yeah.
So.
No, I'm learning things from you, bro. For real. Like, I'm taking some of your, like, things that you've been doing with your team. And, like, I'm like, okay, I see that. Like, the problem is that now my internet will be better in 6 months. In 6 months' time, I will have real internet instead of being out in the boonies. But I'm practicing a lot more myself because the amount of training that you've been able to provide because you play the games and you've gotten like highly skilled at the games.
Yes.
I think that has a lot to do with transitioning into your team and your players and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you're obviously like you're more strict about your training program.
I am.
I've kicked that into gear, which has helped a ton. And it also even like you think that like people might get upset about it or whatever, but instead they might at first, but instead, like, the team kind of starts to come together. Yeah. And that's kind of something that I've noticed is I'm like, oh, shit.
You can ask her. She hates me. She's like, I hate this game. I'm like, I don't fucking care. You got to play it. You have to play it.
But
I do it, though.
Yeah.
And have you seen a benefit to it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a game that I absolutely hated when it got added to the wheel.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, a little scary now. Not really.
I'm
put it out there. I'm not gonna put it out there. A lot of people do know. If you watch my stream, you know. In the span of it's been about 2 months now. In the span of 2 months, and WoW 2. We both just picked the game up, and we're pretty like
OD.
We dominate in it. Like especially if the team doesn't play. Like you might as well forfeit.
Might as well.
Okay.
For multiple reasons.
See, and this is all because of being pushed, and now like that kind of developed. So that was her way of not saying you were right, Herb.
Right.
Right.
That's not even.
You're right. You can have it.
I don't even listen. I want the benefit of everybody on my team to know that we're a team and we're fucking winners.
Hell yeah.
Like if you lose in your training or you lose as soon as we get started with the game, it doesn't mean you're a loser. It means you're new to the game.
Right.
That's it. You just new to the game. You got to take your little L's. You're going to get tired of taking L's after a while. You're going to get tired.
Dude, CTR, I've heard you make people play until they beat every match and get first.
Yes, he does.
I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, you're coming in first.
Actually, but I kind of like the game now, so I can't even be mad about it. Like,
there it is.
There's a benefit to it.
There it is.
And your performance level of your whole team is super high. Yeah. So, I mean, dude,
I'm like a dad, man. I don't want, I might be a little, it's tough love. You know what I'm saying? It's all from a good place. Hey, I just want you to be a winner. That's it.
Hey, my coaches didn't whisper to me.
They yelled at you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that that's kind of comes with the territory of being a coach. Like, you can't just be trying to have the liking of everybody. And people are going to be uncomfortable, but how do you get better?
You have to
be uncomfortable.
You got to be comfortable getting uncomfortable.
Exactly. So I think now we've got, what's coming up for the second round, we got the Ghosts are playing the Bulls, which is the old man squad, my squad. And I kind of already went over what that squad's going to look like.
Yeah.
I actually think, and like, this is a hard conversation for me to have because Ghost is the team that I own. Yeah. And the Bulls are the team that I'm playing on. Right. But I do love playing video games.
Yes.
And it's with my favorite people in my life are on the team. And we are going to try to dog the other team. We are not going to take it easy. Okay. Like, my team is going to have to earn it, like just like anybody else would. And what like kind of sucks because I know what's going on the old man squad, the Bull squad. We're practicing, and a lot of our stuff that we were good at before has came back to full fruition. Ooh. So like shooters, we're way stronger. Fighters, and I'll put it out there because I'm not worried about it. Yeah. Fighters is probably our weakest. Yeah. But we do have Titus. Yes. John can pick up some, and I think Jorge plays UFC. That's a sport, but so we cover a lot of the other stuff. And I don't think I could. I definitely couldn't beat Jomi in CTR. Okay. But I could beat probably everybody else on my team in CTR. So it's like if we can hold second and third, that's a dope. Yeah. So I think at this point now on the Go squad, like they're practicing heavy too. Mm-hmm. So what they're gonna bring, it's going to be better than what they brought last time. Right. Due to the fact that, so we can go into this now. Baba Yaga. Yeah. How do you think they performed?
I feel like, let me just say this. DMV, I need a thank you letter. Because I put together a good team for you. I put you a good team. No, just but I just play it, man. So, no, I think they performed very well. Like, for a team, this is no offense to the Ghosts. For a team that's been a part of the league for like a little while, and to go against a team that was like pretty much brand new, they realized at that moment, like, yo, we got to kick it up in gears, kick it up a gear with these shooters because they're a brand new team. They coordinated like crazy. Yeah. Because they won. I think they won Modern Warfare. They won Overwatch.
Yeah. And they smashed us in Overwatch. Mm-hmm. We did not score. I don't even want to say it.
Yeah, but right. But when in the Gears of War thing, you guys won Gears of War, and it was close. It came down to time most of the rounds, but you guys won, and that's what matters most, winning. Yeah. And I think what's amazing about that team is that, Baba Yaga, well, DMV, I'll just say DMV, he's having a lot of fun with that brand new team. Yeah. And I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for him. He looked like he was in his element. Mm-hmm. He was in his zone. He was doing everything. I'm very happy for him, and he's looking forward to the future of building up a nice team.
He led that team very well.
Yeah, he did. I've noticed he did really well with coaching, and I saw them out here practicing, whether he was here or not, and I mean, he taught them how to communicate and talk to each other, and that was huge. Like, that's something I kept hearing from them was the communication, and that was some of the best I've seen.
Yes, their shooting communication was. I honestly haven't even your squad is good, but you guys are. I think your skill level is so good that you don't have to communicate as much. Yeah. Their communication, even the 12-year-old. Yeah, some 12-year-old, which is what's his name?
I believe it's Chris.
Yeah, I think it's Chris. I don't know his gamer tag.
So we'll go with Chris for now. Yeah, but. Yo, his communication was fire. Like, they're using military terms and stuff, which DMV was in the military previously, but everybody on the squad was like, whether it was like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, like the different, they're taking up our flank, like they were honed in. Yes, bro. Now, they were a little too loud because they were yelling so loud that we could hear, which ended up being a part of my strategy because I was able to exactly.
That's fair. I mean, that's 100%.
That's how it works. I mean, you can always, even if you were in two totally different rooms, they were so loud that but then obviously everybody kind of changed. I was doing the same thing. Like, I was like, because my team, which this is a big no-no in shooters, they kept going to the center of the map. Yeah, so they could just get destroyed from every angle.
Yep. And especially in Call of Duty,
Mm-hmm.
Now that it's domination, it's not team deathmatch. Like, if you're killing them, that doesn't matter. You gotta hold the objectives, and that's what they were communicating on a lot. They were like, "Don't worry about this objective. Come back here and get this one." Like, I kept hearing that. Like,
they were so focused. And the communication was huge. So, like, shout out to DMV and the Baba Yaga squad. First of all, brand new squad put together last minute. Didn't get a whole lot of practice in, and they came and actually performed well. And as they build, like, having like some fighters and like. DMV plays shooters, but I don't think any of the other guys are as good as maybe DMV is. But if he has another sports player and some fighting players, that'll be a team that can really be like reckoned with. But the Go Squad did take the W in that. We won, I believe it was 8-6. So they performed. They won 6 games. The last game we played was Halo.
Okay.
That was when we lost.
Okay.
And then the clip of TLG was created.
I thought you guys won that. Or was it just the round that you lost?
I think it might have been the round. The last game, I'm pretty sure, was Halo that we lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But at that point, you're already up.
We had already won. That was the time was up.
Okay, yeah.
But we lost that, and we really shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Now, we do have players that, like, and this is kind of an excuse, I would say, but, if you play PC and you go to a console, it's different.
It is different,
And we kind of had 2 players that play PC and decided to play console, and they should have been on PC. But that was a choice that they made. So at the end of the day, we can't use that. Like, you chose it. You had a computer open. You know what I mean? You could have done it. So we learned a lot from that. Like, our communication needs to be a lot stronger. You know what I mean? So I think the Ghosts have really been working on that.
That's
like,
good.
Something that I picked up from your playbook is, like, definitely, like, mandatory practices, multiple mandatory practices a week.
Well, I only have one mandatory practice, and everything else out of that, I think it's because we keep that one day.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, okay, I'll come in another day or something like that.
See, that's awesome.
And I'm down to pick up a Costa from home or whatever just so you go to practice. He's like, yo, you about it? I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah, see?
Let's do it.
I'm saying that's what it takes, man. Like, that's really what it takes. And that's kind of something like, so we do like one, like we do one in-house practice and then we do one online practice.
That's what's up.
And that kind of gets them to, like, what I'm doing is I'm getting them to practice online a little bit together so that they'll start doing that on their own.
Yeah.
You got to break out of the box.
Yes,
like,
bro,
gamers are so used to, like, play with the friends they play with, play the games that they normally play, and it's so easy. You want to relax. Like, people use gaming time for their entertainment time,
which is fair.
Yeah, which is totally fair. You can do that, but now you're on a team.
Yeah,
and like, what's going to be a priority? Exactly, especially during tournament time.
Come on, man.
I guess I'm kind of lucky that my best friend is also on my team. So the person I play video games with the most is literally
I got
on
the
my
connection.
team. So,
yeah, exactly.
So I got lucky with that one, but yeah.
And you got your friends with, like, I think multiple people on your team. That's kind of what builds
Definitely
it up.
try.
Yeah. Also makes it hard when you're dropping people.
Yeah,
it
does make it hard. But I mean, with the substitution system, hey.
See,
that's
how it goes.
That's gonna be nice.
We'll see how it goes. Oh, I was the one to mention. You know what you guys have, the Bulls?
Yeah.
You guys have legacy skill. You guys have legacy skill.
Going deep on
and that's what you were just saying. You're like, yeah, we got better. I'm like, it's not that y'all did get better, but it's the fact that you remade those connections they already had in your brain.
You shook the rust off, bro.
Yes. You shake the rust off and you get better. It's, man, you guys like really leveled up. Like when you take a break and you do something again, it's like from like here to.
That's so true.
For some reason, it's such a weird concept.
We need to figure out what that is. That has to be like a mental thing. It's gotta be.
It gotta be.
Because even like physical
psychologists explain
it.
What is going on?
Man, y'all got that legacy skill, so y'all are actually kind of scary.
Yeah, it's I'm impressed. So this next game is going to be pretty cool. Like, I think it's going to be awesome. We definitely going to have people commentating on it.
Definitely got some good matchups coming up.
It's definitely going to be good.
Don't want to miss it.
Smash, we're going to get smashed.
But it's like, that's one game.
Exactly.
The best thing that they could do is like, if they win the coin flip or the rock, paper, scissors, make it 2v2 so they force y'all to play 2 players. Yeah. That way they take 2 players out of y'all rotation, but like, y'all can honestly...
But depending on the rotation, like, because Titus, if it's not Minato or Scarlet...
Or TLG,
yeah. So they have that. If it's anybody else, then Titus could probably take them. But
like, that could be something y'all just forfeit.
Yeah, exactly. Which is probably the plan, too. So.
Sorry, I know I keep, like...
I'm
not trying to, like, take up too much time on the mic either. No. But I got a question. How do you feel about us having a certain amount of forfeits, maybe like 2 to 3, so the match doesn't necessarily become like monotonous and like too much of like, okay, we know we're not gonna win this. We just want to get to the next one. one. Do you think we should? Because we have 3 timeouts, and then we have we're thinking about substitutions. Do you think we should put a limit on the amount of forfeits a team can make? Because that's a strategy.
I would say no. And I'll explain why. I'll explain why.
Okay.
So I would say no, because that is such, like, one, the time. See, because we have the time frame that we're playing in.
I see. Okay.
Like, so say you had 3 forfeits that were shorter games, and then Madden comes up, and you know you're not going to win it. Exactly. That's a 30-minute potential. I don't know. It's about 30 minutes. Yeah. Like 20 to 30-minute game. Yeah. That's a half hour.
That's a half hour
of your 4 hours.
Yes.
For one game, right?
Yeah.
So if you take that ability away, like it could crush a lot of the strategy. And if you forfeit 4 games, you're only going to 10. Mm-hmm. So you've almost forfeited 50% of the games.
It's really a strategy to not waste all of your forfeits.
Exactly. So if somebody does that, I don't think we'll actually really run into that as a problem. Like if somebody forfeits more than 3, I would be surprised.
Okay,
because you got to think like now how you really have to smash in every other game. Exactly.
Like you have to know all of your games are on the wheel right now.
Exactly.
And you really, really, really are trying to get it.
And I mean, like having a limit, I don't think it would kill it. Like if you had 4, because I don't think we're really going to get to that point. So I don't think there's a reason for it. But say there was. Say for some reason, because the wheel, that's like kind of the whole point of the strategy of the wheel.
Yes.
Is because say you get 4 games that just happen to be the 4 games that you know they're dominant in. Yeah. Like I'm not playing Adonis in Fortnite. No. I'm just not going to do it. But I'll wait and... I'll wait. This is the strategy of it. So you already know this. Yeah. But let them pick their players. Mm-hmm. You pick who you can... hope to have a better shot at whatever comes up next, because you have to each pick players. Even when you forfeit, you have to put in whatever players are going to go in. Right. Try to get them to put in their best players for that game, so that you can then forfeit. They can't use those players, hopefully, depending on what comes up. Right. And now you have a better chance at whatever's coming up. Right. Mm-hmm. So I think the forfeits are like a pivotal
part
of the whole league strategy and playing the game. So no, I think that it should stay. That part I think should stay exactly how it is. Okay. And I don't think we're going to really ever see more than 3 forfeits. Yeah. I definitely have forfeited 2. I don't think I've ever gone to even 3. But I've definitely seen it where people have done 3 throughout the whole time. And because we're going to 10, and technically we could play 19 games. Yeah. So out of 19 games, if you're forfeiting 4.
Is it that big a deal?
Yeah, exactly.
If you know you're going to win another 4, and those are the last 4,
and it's such a big deal of strategy. Mm-hmm. Like, it's such a big thing when it comes to strategy. So I would say no. I would say, I think I like how
fair answer. I like that.
Yeah.
And there definitely are changes, which, we won't touch on here, because I know they're going to do a big thing. I think it's March 1st, right?
Yes.
So March 1st, we're going to go over a lot of the new things to come. Mm-hmm. All the adjustments and stuff are going to be spoken about on March 1st, and that'll be after the finals on the 19th and 20th. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So we've already gone over Ghost Bulls in the second round, Ravens Boos in the second round, Karma, and Kraken. So Kraken Bandits game. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the Kraken Bandits game, how did that go? What did you guys think?
The Bandits, basically, again, with the forfeits, the fighting game players are mad. They're like, I didn't even get to play. I didn't get to play.
Pull their sticks out, and they were like, yeah, we're forfeiting.
Yeah. Like, no, because as soon as you see that, I don't know what it is, but people get intimidated when they see somebody bring out a fight stick. It doesn't really make you better. It's really preference. Like,
you had a really nice fight stick, though.
Yeah, he did. He was doing his button check. He's like, all right, I'm ready. They were like, nah. They were
like, that's okay, we'll pass.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. It was just unfortunate for the Bandits because, again, they still don't have a fighting game player. Mm-hmm. So somebody that will at least combat with the other person. It sucks when you roll up that fighting game on the wheel and you're just knowing like we don't even have a ghost of a chance. Yeah, we don't even have a ghost.
Yeah,
because
they don't. The Bandits don't have a chance in fighters right now.
They don't have the
person.
Have
fighters.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. So, exactly.
But that's all changing. I know that. So keep your eye out for that.
Yeah, man.
And that score ended up being Bandits 3, Kraken 7. Mm-hmm. So Kraken will be playing Karma. And I guess so. What do you got? How do you think that's gonna go?
The Kraken have a chance.
I'm
not even joke. Like the Kraken. Let me tell you why the Kraken have a chance. So do you remember when we first started doing the Throwdown Thursday thing? Yeah. And we did the fighting game thing. Okay. It was James versus LJ. Yeah. LJ 4-0 James. Mm-hmm. LJ is on the Kraken. LJ is a beast. LJ is a beast. Yeah. LJ is on the Kraken. If any fighting game comes up, LJ is beating James. I'm sorry, hands down, he is beating him. LJ just has an edge on him. I'm sorry, James.
I'm sorry. LJ was on my team before.
So you've seen it?
Yep, I've seen it. You've seen it. That's why I picked him up before.
Yes.
But what do you think? What do you think about it? Kraken Karma.
So literally from the start, I've said out of like the new teams, the ones I truly see that have like a chance of just being something great are the Phantoms and the Kraken. Because I saw Al, my hand a little bit. That's how serious I am about it. No, like I feel like obviously Kraken has really, really good fighting game players, but they also just have like a diverse roster. Like, I mean, they have Snappy for shooters and Rocket League. I mean, you got Maddox is also a shooter.
A shooter, yeah. And then they got Player One,
who's just also really good at fighting games. And
he plays some shooters too. He's got a really good variety.
That much diversity.
And I know Jazz has been, since our Bandit season, man.
He's been trying to play everything since the Bandit season.
That is some crazy improvement I've seen from Jazz.
Yeah, really big improvement. He stays in the lab. Like if he loses to me now, he gets so much. He's like, bro, I will beat you. He's like, I'm like, yo, you really have to drive. Like I love it.
Hey, I've seen a little bit of Rex. Like a little bit of like relation to like how Rex was, with like the drive and the practice and like how he's.
I'm seeing it.
So Jazz is someone to watch out for.
Yeah, for sure.
Jazz, you can't sleep on Jazz, man. Like, and for somebody who's been in the league for this long, he knows the strategy. He knows what to tell people. He knows how the game is played, and he knows what games he needs to practice. So he's probably telling everybody else the same thing. He's like, yo, let's just practice CTR a little bit. Yeah. Let's just throw on COD a little bit.
That's what I was gonna say. They also the Kraken have a few players that have been in the league since. Yeah.
Even LJ.
God knows how long. Yeah, LJ, Jazz, Maddox. Like,
so they understand how it works.
Oh yeah,
they get it.
Yeah.
They get it.
Like I truly do believe they have a chance against.
Okay.
So whether they might not be like super exciting or whatever, they have like a high IQ. On their team. Their team, they know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. UEL IQ.
Yes.
Like
yes.
That's sick, man. So okay, that's big.
All these games are about to be crazy.
Yeah. If the Karma's best chance is to roll a lot of shooters because since they only have 5 people, they would be down 1 man in Overwatch.
Okay.
And then overall, like not everybody's like LJ. He excels at fighting games. Yeah. Shooters, no, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can run with one like not so good person in the shooter. It just if Karma gets a lot of shooters, they would be able to win it. But it could go either way.
And that's what makes this league interesting. The wheelman that can determine your fate right there. So
because fighters,
they're gonna take it. Like,
they're actually gonna take it.
Fighting game.
They're actually gonna take it.
And then also with strategy games being on there now, and like I said, racing is another one. Sports games, like I mean, it's just. There's a lot going on, so there's
like Wreckfest can go any way, man.
Yeah, I feel like that game's just so like up in the air for every team.
That's so tough. Like, there's definitely a huge strategy to it, but you have to be so careful. Like something that we did in Wreckfest, right? Titus was like, everybody pick certain cars, so we all were picking certain cars. I didn't pick the right car, so right out the gate, Titus rams me off the ramp because he thinks I'm on the other team.
Oh, no.
Because I had the wrong car. And I literally just spun all the way down and landed on top of my roof. And it was just like
wrecked.
DNF. I didn't even get wrecked.
Dang.
Just did not finish. Done.
Man.
And I was the speed guy. I was supposed to win the race, which I would have won the race, but I didn't even get to play. I literally 5 seconds. It was like, boom, done.
So funny.
But stuff like that is super important. So, like, whether it's, like, the color of your vehicles you pick, so it's super easy to tell from far away that dude's an orange car, don't hit him.
Right.
Make sure that, or if you see somebody trying to get him, you can kind of bump them to throw them off. It's the thing is that you can wreck pretty easily if you are on, high surfaces and things like that, or high speed. Yeah, and somebody was using in that game you can basically use all different types of stuff. Like you can be a couch car.
Yeah.
I accidentally picked a lawnmower one time, and somebody just ran over top of me.
Oh, just
you know what I mean? But you can also pick farm equipment.
Oh, really? The tractor trailer joint.
Yeah, this big with the big spinny thing in the front. But it's impossible to damage that thing.
Really?
It can barely move.
But still,
it's enough. If someone's trying to be the speed guy,
just block them.
All you got to do is end their life, and then that's it. Now, what do they do? You know? So there's so many different ways you can play it. But you're right. I think that's one that's kind of up in the air for anybody because.
The randomness.
It's really random. You don't know what cars they're about to pick.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we do with racing games next season, or if we change anything. The problem is, I feel do you guys feel like there's any there used to be the Need for Speed, right?
I like those.
That's what I'm thinking. We just don't have one generic racing game. I guess there's whether that's NASCAR or Need for
Formula
Speed.
1. Nobody's gonna do it.
No, it's just
I like racing games. If they were to make another, maybe a Burnout or a Need for Speed, where it's you guys are on the same screen. It's split screen, and you guys are racing. Yeah, I'm for it. Forza.
I think is.
I think the last time we tried to do Forza, I'm not saying you're wrong. The last time we tried to do Forza, there was we couldn't find the mode. Because we had to like take turns, remember?
Yeah,
we had to take turns.
It has to be everybody playing at the same time.
Yeah, we couldn't even find the mode.
And that's the thing is that we need it has to be the right mode,
yes.
and it has to be like a good race style, which is like I love the Need for Speed race style. Like, oh man, that was so fun. Like being cop, like you could be the cop or the
all the dude trying to get GameCube era games. Y'all undefeated. Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's see what we have left because we've gone through almost all of them, but I think we still have one more. So we didn't really touch on the Lycans and the Vikings. So Lycans and the Vikings made it to the second round. Lycans didn't get to play Kitsune because Kitsune was a no-show. Mm-hmm. So they got to move on to the second round, which is good for them. New team got to play in the second round, right? Mm-hmm. But Southside did play Vikings. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I had that score. That was one score that I didn't grab.
They won by 2. Either one to 2.
But what I'm going to say is the Vikings were shorted a few people. I think 1 or 2 people. One person. Mm-hmm. So they had a 4-man rotation against. I think Southside had like 6 or 7. I can't remember exactly.
Yes.
And they pulled through.
Yes.
And they won that.
That's hard.
That's
Playing with 4 players against, was it 7?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Let me tell you.
Go ahead,
bro. So they were getting kind of flustered at first. Like Raven was getting kind of flustered because he was upset. He was upset about what game was it? It was one of the shooters. He was a little bit upset about. Yeah, I think so. It was Overwatch. He was like, "We're down a person." I'm like, "Yo, like."
Not even. They'd be down 2.
Yeah, they were down 2 people. So like, they really couldn't do anything.
Oh yeah, like that's such a.
You can add 2 bots, but I mean, against Southside, it's not. Either way, it's not going to do anything.
It's not going to do anything.
Southside's very good at Overwatch. So.
Yeah.
But with them, like I was like, yo, just stay focused. Like y'all can do it. Mm-hmm. They started to pull up. They were down like either 2 or 3 points. They have won Mortal Kombat. The person that won Mortal Kombat was a shooter. They had won Dragon Ball FighterZ. The person that played Dragon Ball FighterZ was a fighting game player, but he had never played Dragon Ball FighterZ. Then they played Splitgate. And they won it. They clutched it out. And I'll tell you, when the dude Lucius on the team, when he dapped me up, he was like, "Yo, let's go." He dapped me up. I was like,
"He smacked."
Bro, I need these. Like, yo, and then they won Gears of War because like the dude who's on the Gears of War, who's on their team for Gears of War, I think I told you he's like 3rd in the world in free for all.
Yes.
So he's like that. Beast. They weren't gonna lose.
Yeah.
They were not going to lose that game. And then
And that's Vikings, right?
Yeah, the Vikings. And then they pulled out CTR. And you know what is funny about the CTR thing? They didn't drift at all. They didn't drift at all.
I'm not gonna lie, I just learned how to drift too. So.
they were like, yo, he was like,
took it.
Yeah.
What the hell? What were you gonna say?
So all I was gonna say is like when they realized that their one player really wasn't like showing up, like no one had seen them, they were kind of preparing for the worst, which I mean I felt bad about. I was like, dang, 'cause like that person was a sports game player.
Yes.
So that is a kind of a crucial part in their roster.
Yeah, to make it diverse.
I mean, that's when I really saw them coming out here and they all just start practicing together. And I've seen Raven take control and be like, we need to stop practicing the games that we're already good at.
Yes.
And branch out. We need to branch out.
Yep.
Do this, like, you know, we have a chance if we try, if we practice and
don't just
get our strategy together. Yeah, and I mean, they did it. They did that.
4v7. 4v7, and they took the dub.
Yeah.
And, like, the only advantage to that is the fact that their rotation resets more frequently, but, like, literally, it's more of a disadvantage.
Yeah,
just because of how many shooters are on that wheel. Mm-hmm. And I think Splitgate's, like, one of the few 4v4s.
Yep.
I think one of the only 4v4s.
And that's why they were actually able to, like, take it because it was a 4v4, so it was like, yo, we just got to get it in gear. Like, if you already got people who are good shooters, even if it's a game they don't play like that, I mean, Splitgate is free.
Yeah.
So most people actually have played it.
Yes.
You know what the biggest thing about that matchup was? That kind of, not disappointed me, but Southside, listen, I'm not going to do you like the rest of our legacy teams because we've been here for a minute, but this is y'all's second time doing this. Mm-hmm. Y'all knew what it was. Y'all have to get good at other games.
Yep.
You can't rest on your laurels because this will keep happening if you guys keep coming here thinking y'all just going to get your Overwatch or your Siege or your Valorant.
Definitely need to open up and play.
And I see a lot of potential in them.
Yeah, because they are
their
good.
Shooting skills.
They are good.
They can branch out to more shooters and branch out to try fighting
games.
And like,
it's
not that bad, guys, I promise. It's not that bad. I hated fighting games. Mm-hmm. And I still hate them. But
she's not gonna say
they're
the
kind of fun. Seeing people's fun. So
being able to, being in somebody's head is the funnest shit. Bro, oh shit. Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan. Let me tell you what happened last night. Last night we have our Strive tournaments and our Street Fighter tournaments, right?
Yeah.
So
Strive and Street Fighter, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I had beat James in the bracket.
Okay.
I beat him 2-1. And then we got to losers finals because LJ had knocked me to losers. And then James beats me 2-3 in losers finals. And he's like, I told you suck. He was like, I was like, you're so bad. He's like, I'm in your head. I'm reading you. I was like, 1st to 10, what's up? Like, he was like, I will destroy you the first 10. I'm like, bro, you've never beaten me in the first 10 in this game. Come on, stop playing. Yeah. Bro, so we started playing, right? And tell me why he had me like 9-4, right? Ryan, tell me why I came back 6 games straight. I'm not even lying, bro. Yo. I came back 6 games straight, bro.
So he's not playing anymore.
No, he needs to retire. Bro, I was in his head. Because I was just like, I said it too. I was like, I'm about to make the anime comeback right here. I put the little glasses up. I was like, I'm about to do it. Bro, so like, I don't know, man. I started smoothing. Dude, this is how I feel. Like, I do play a lot of games. And because like I do play a lot of games, I feel like sometimes I can't be like top performing in like one single game. But like I am spread out well. But the one thing I always remember, even if I spread myself out sometimes, I win. I know what it takes to win. Yeah. And I'm going to do what it takes to win.
Yep. And especially in fighters, dude. Especially in fighters.
Listen,
because you know how to get in people's heads. Yeah, see? Especially fighters' heads. Because fighters' heads, I feel like you definitely understand like what they don't want to hear. Because you don't want to hear it. No. Don't worry, I've been studying you a little bit. Because I'm like, hey, some of this shit, I'm like, oh, I got to get in his head. Like, Herb's not going to lose just because of skill. Like, I have to like mess him up. I got to like trip him or something.
You got to throw me off the game.
Yeah.
So listen, bro. I just started doing shit. Like I started doing the shit where it was like, I was like letting him hit me. Yeah. I was like I was just letting him piece me up sometime, and I'm like, all right, I'm about to come back this.
Jeez, bro, you were just playing with your food.
Yeah, I had to make him think that I was always at the advantage. Mm-hmm. I was always, even if it's 9, it could have been 9-1.
Yeah.
I'm still winning.
Yeah. Dang, dude. Oh my God.
I'm still winning.
That's wild. Man. So then what we have now is it's gonna be Shenandoah. We're supposed to play the Bulls.
Yes.
But shame on you, Shenandoah. You did not show up.
Right.
Yo, $10,000 tournament, man.
Bro, and you guys have like.
And it was the old man squad, and so we were looking forward to practicing. Yeah. You know, I can see I call it a practice. But we were looking forward to it as well. But that's okay. So we 10-0'd them.
Yep.
You want to talk about how or like, what the details?
Yeah, I think this is the first time. I don't know if y'all heard that already, but we were telling everybody because nobody was here but us. Mm-hmm. So y'all were here. Yeah. So we were telling everybody that we 10-0'd them.
Y'all 10-1 them. Yeah. That's what happened. They free. Y'all bodied them.
So now it's out there. So they didn't show up, which is cool. They missed out. They got us. They moved us on to the second round. And so now the Ghost squad. So my squad that I own will be playing the squad that I'm playing on. I think we've gone over all of them at this point. So we're looking forward to Lycans Vikings is all on the 19th and the 20th. It's gonna be the 19th, and then whoever wins those games will play on the 20th. Mm-hmm. So Lycans Vikings. Karma Kraken, and so the winner of those two will move on to play each other. Mm-hmm. And then you're gonna have Ghost Bulls. And Ravens Booze. So whoever wins those two, these matches that are coming are going to be crazy, super entertaining. So I hope everybody tunes in.
There's something about each and every one of them that just makes it like
what's gonna
popping. Happen? Like it's gonna they're gonna be entertaining.
Yeah,
stress.
Yeah, for sure. And like now, like I think that like the commentating was so good. Like between y'all and like John and like some of the players that were stepping in. Jomi, Rex, Lockdown,
TLG. They were going crazy, man.
Yeah, even Sparty. Sparty too. Sparty was on there, and like I feel like it's really cool to watch because every like commentator has a little bit of a different perspective. Yeah. Because what games they like or their personalities and stuff. Like I found like Wonku's super entertaining. Like like just different conversations. She knew how to feel like there's like gaps and stuff to setting up the games and shit like that. Muffin bit. Yeah, she has.
Y'all were waiting for 10 minutes, not watching anything. You had to have something, and I kind of want a muffin now. Yeah. You guys are talking about it. Those muffins are so good. But anyways,
that's hilarious.
Streaming is a job. You gotta know how to fill the blank space. You gotta fill the air. It's the same with like radio. You gotta
know when you can like when it's time to fill in and when it's time to
not fill in.
Go back to the game.
Exactly. And I think that's something that a lot of the commentators that were doing really well, like especially you and like John, and some of the other ones, Spartacus, like kind of coming back to the game and making sure everybody understood like what the score was, like what what was going on, what just happened. Because sometimes you can only see one person who's playing, and so you don't get the whole picture.
Right.
But the commentators are really bringing you in. I was so entertained because like I wasn't here for the first 2 games. My team came in later, and so watching it was so fun. Like it was so fun to watch, like what was happening. And then I was even learning about some of the new teams because like it's hard. There's a lot of teams, a lot of new people. So while watching it, which is just a strategy as an owner, I was watching it to see how the other people were playing. To see what I'm doing in the future, right?
Right. I
But
feel
it was so fun.
I feel that.
It was really fun to watch. Like it's super fun when you're here to play.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun to be here and like feel the energy and stuff too. But the stream was freaking amazing.
Yeah,
So, you know
and you catch some things on stream that you don't catch when you're actually here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, you know, just like the commentary being the main part of it, you know, like the commentators bring a certain energy and it's great.
It was a fun experience.
Yeah.
It was a really fun experience. I think for the future, it's really just fun to see this place grow. And anybody that I talk to, whether that's like people who are coming from the cave or like somebody's coming for just one particular game, we are an esports league, bro.
Yeah.
We are an esports league. We are doing this. It's not just for whatever little game that you like.
Yeah.
It's for everybody, bro.
Exactly.
And it's
everybody comes back. I don't think we've lost anybody.
Everybody.
I don't think we've lost
back.
anybody.
No.
Everybody who's been a part of it.
Like, I want it.
They may have left for family reasons or things like that, but they always end up coming back.
And like, because PokeStar's one of the people that I convinced to join the league this season. I was like, dude, just try it out. You know, I know you don't play like all these games. And he's like, okay, I'll try it. He's like, I just can't promise I'm gonna, you know, do it again. He came to me after. He's like, even though we got bodied, that was so fun. Like, I actually really liked it. So he's gonna come back next season. So.
We had a blast getting wiped by the boos. It literally like, look, I'm telling you, we got people that haven't played games in years on my team. Like I think Jim and Jorge plays a little bit, but Jim and Jorge and even myself. Like, we played, and just, even though we got waxed by the boos.
It was fun.
Oh, my God. It was so fun. I was like, yep, I'm definitely practicing.
Tell me what DZ knocked out John.
And he shouldn't have. John had been practicing that.
That matchup specifically. And he's just...
We gave John so much shit about that. But we have a UHP player now, so we're going to use him next time. Hopefully, you know, but again, depending on the lineup.
Rotation.
Something that I did notice, so I was like, having 5, like Baba Yaga, I think, had 5 players versus our 7.
Yeah.
If you have
a solid
5, it's an advantage over the 7.
Yeah.
Because your rotation resets so much. Because they never really, I mean, very rarely now, once you tweak it, you're screwed usually.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're off by 2 players, that's where it gets hard.
Yeah.
But because there's so many large player games, they're just resetting the whole damn time. They can pick anybody they want the whole time.
Yep.
That's definitely an advantage. Over 7 players, where when you have the 5v5, now you're stuck with 2.
Yeah, and you have to play those remaining 2.
And you have to play them. So I think that, like, I don't know that I would do it, because now, especially now when you have subs and stuff, but, like, the 5-player team, you can make that work if it's strong enough.
There's a reason why I was like, I'm going to make these teams, and I'm going to give them 5. If they want to add a couple more, like, they're, like, friends or whatever, I would do that. But I was not going to make it a 4-man roster. I was like, I have to make a solid foundation of 5 people, a couple shooters, a fighting game player, and a sports game player at the minimum. Like, you have to have one one fighting game player and one sports game player at the bare minimum, and then I'll make the team. So that's how I see it.
No, I think that was perfect too, because I think 7 is like, you know, that's extra. So I mean, if you got the 2 extra, like that, the team should be able to bring them together themselves.
Unless you
you did a great job.
A solid 7, like God.
You
just got a solid 7. You know?
So let's go right into that. So let's just real quickly, because I know we've probably been going for a while. Real quickly, let's go into like what you guys think you don't have to say how they're going to go, but just who's going to win, okay? So and I want to hear this from both of you, and I'll put my 2 cents into it. Okay. All right? So who do you think's going to win out of the Lycans and the Vikings?
I'm going to say the Vikings.
I was going to agree with that. Like, low-key, they have less people.
They have less people.
But I feel like they have more diversity.
Okay.
I would say they have more people, better rotation. The Vikings, they aren't strong in 2 categories, and that's fighting and sports.
Which is too much. I was going to say the same thing. That's too much of a gap.
Yeah, the Vikings aren't amazing either, but they have that taste of victory, and they know exactly what it takes because they've been through it. They're like,
and they have that motivation now. It's like, we did it, and we'll do it again. You know what I'm saying?
So they are low-key practicing sports games at home, CTR at home, other fighting, like getting out of their comfort zone. They're breaking the mold.
And you had told me about their practicing, so that's kind of why I would have picked the same thing.
I think the Vikings got that.
So we think the Vikings are going to move on to the 3rd round. Okay, so we've kind of talked about it, but we're going to have to make a call now. So Karma Kraken, who takes it? This is recorded.
Listen, I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead.
I think the Kraken take it.
Let's go. Okay.
Here's why.
Okay.
Here's why.
Okay.
You have to get extremely lucky to get shooter after shooter after shooter on the wheel.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a very the chances of it. It's almost like we've been to the casino. We've been to the casino.
Yeah.
We invest,
Making that money.
We know about the ratio of a certain chance for a certain thing to come up.
Exactly.
With 24 games on the wheel and like I want to say 7 to 8 of those being shooters, the chances of it being a shooter after shooter after shooter, those chances percentage wise are low.
Yeah, slightly more.
And
than
then
a third.
those few 1v1 games they cover, like I just.
If the Kraken get a good lead and they hold that lead by using their timeouts or effectively forfeiting.
Take notes, Kraken.
Yeah. But you know what? I take this back.
Okay.
Karma will more than likely win because they will have a slight edge.
Okay.
They have a slight edge. The shooters will come up and they will win them. And they have a slight edge because a few of their guys are actually really good at 1v1s.
And they're practicing now too. I know that.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
It's really like.
But it's a tough call.
I mean.
That's good.
Yeah, it is a really tough call. I think regardless, it's going to be a really good game. Obviously, we've been over that. I'm going to stick with the vote for the Kraken because they have veterans to the league that have been here for much longer than Karma has.
Okay.
Now, as long as I think if they're in the right headspace, and again with the wheel, and the wheel does them good, does them some good.
Yeah. And
they're
Maddox
gonna pull through
with that beginner luck that he has.
Yeah, sometimes.
Maddox
His name should be Clutch.
Calling it out. Maddox is gonna clutch the last game.
Maddox is gonna clutch it up. He's got the clutch gene.
He's been clutching forever.
Yes.
We have tons of data.
The real clutch god.
Yes.
The real clutch god.
Yes, it doesn't even make sense.
I am going to stick with what my gut keeps telling me. I think the Kraken are going to pull through and shock everybody.
Okay. I think Karma, just because of their dedication and stuff, and I think that they've learned through these games that they're playing, and I think that little confidence kick through the last game where they did lose some, I think that I don't know, but I think that might have charged them into getting better at some of the other games. And they have 2 weeks, and we know that they basically, like a lot of them, play games every single day. And I can see that training pulling through. So I think Karma's going to take it, but I don't think it's going to be easy. I think it's going to be a really entertaining game to watch.
Yeah, no, and I definitely, it is a hard call.
No, it's good. No, it's good. But I like the difference in our choices. So, and I agree with like what you're saying. So, who knows? But that's what we're gonna make.
It's all valid points here. So
that will, man. That will
get you. Okay. Ghost Bulls. I'll stay out on this one. Y'all go ahead.
Okay.
Don't feel bad. Say whatever you want.
What's the word? Win qualifications or no? Quote. Not win quote. It's whatever ratio.
Dictionary.
Win. It's the win. The reason why the Ghosts would win.
Okay.
Would be fighters. Now, at the same time, like I said, with the shooters, it's very unlikely for you to roll fighter after fighter after fighter because I strongly feel like you guys have them in pretty much every shooter.
Yeah.
Maybe not Fortnite. Because that's like a kid's. Well, I'm not gonna say kids game, but gentlemen like ourselves.
We didn't play it as much.
Whatever. I don't like Fortnite.
We just didn't. We was like, okay, it's cool, but we were really all into it.
Yeah.
So you guys have them pretty much at every shooter outside of Fortnite, and you guys have 5 people on your team or 4.
For that what? For what? Oh,
just in general. Yeah.
No, I think we have the full. I think we have 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So hold on. Let me go. Or 5. Let me see. What? So we got myself. John, Titus, Jim, Jorge, and I think one other person. So
that's a solid 6.
Yeah, I think we have 6.
That's solid.
That's not bad, yeah.
Y'all are...
And everybody can play shooters.
You're more than likely going to take them in sports games.
And then we have a couple sports people that actually can play sports.
And if you...
I'm practicing. I can play Madden better than a lot of people I see play Madden. So.
And if you guys get... a lucky rotation where you play somebody who doesn't know how to play like Titus knows how to play Dragon Ball Fighters. He's gonna beat somebody who doesn't know how to play.
And Mortal Kombat.
He beat Billy.
Yep.
No, that's what it was. It was Mortal Kombat and FIFA. That the Bulls had won against.
That's what it was
against the Boos.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't Gears.
It wasn't Gears. I think you guys came close.
Yes, they weren't ready for it. For sure.
But now, like I said, y'all got the rust off.
And I was horrible at Gears before.
Oh really?
Just our practice, I went from like dying more than obviously getting my kills to where I was getting 3 kills for every death. So like that's where I was like, like for me to get like that as being on the bottom of the bracket to now the whole team is like that. And like I said, and that's the thing too, is so this is something people don't know. So like me, Titus, and John grew up playing together.
Yeah.
And so we just added 2 other people. And the generation is weird, but the generational thing, we kind of all play similar. It's so, it's kind of, it's interesting to see how, like, wait a minute. Like, it's because of us playing certain games and growing up the way that we played.
Y'all don't need to talk.
Yeah.
You just know.
Like, we just kind of get it.
Like me and Caleb. We don't need to talk. We know how each other plays.
It's a problem.
Yes.
It's a problem.
It's scary.
Okay, so then we have, so the last one we're going to talk about, obviously, is Ravens Booze. So Ravens Booze, you guys have to.
Ravens.
No bias.
Yeah, go ahead.
Felucci and Rex are going to hold the Boots back in shooters.
Okay.
Not to say they don't have solid shooters, but, like, that's a big weakness. And then, I don't know if Felucci has been training or not, but, like, the fact that he's only good, I'm not going to say only good at Rocket League, but that's his, like, forte.
Yeah.
If that game doesn't show up on the wheel.
How valuable is he?
And even if he were to win that particular game, how valuable is he after that?
Yeah, I agree.
And it's not even a guaranteed win for him because I have Caleb, Courtney, and Acosta.
100%.
And is he going to
3v1 ain't going to...
So I am just seeing it completely differently now. Like I've done all the simulations. Yeah. I think we got that. Not even I think, I know we got that, bro.
Okay.
And we've done it before. We'll do it again.
Exactly.
Bop bop bop. Okay, no, but like.
No, for real.
I mean, I still think it's gonna be a good match regardless, depending on the wheel. But I'm pretty confident. Like
I say,
so confident.
I say Ravens got it, dude.
Yeah.
I say Ravens got it, man. I think you guys have really built something strong, and I think that the spread. Take it back. Take it back. Shoot, if you play anything like that handshake. No, but I think that the Ravens got it because you guys I think have built up every player in multiple genres. And that's key. So like that, what you just explained about Felucci and like maybe 1 or 2 of the other players, I think that it could be where the problem lies.
It's a big determinant.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Never know.
But I think that's gonna be everything. Is there anything that you guys want to cover or talk about real quick?
I love you guys, man.
I
love you. Listen,
we love you, Peach.
This is going to be one of the. I'm all about having fun. I want to win.
Yeah.
When I want to have fun. A little bit more. Yeah.
I'm
not going to lie. I'm not going in with, like, I have to win. I gotta win. I strongly feel like I'm going to win. And, bro, I'm ready to have a good time, bro.
Yeah, you got to be like that.
Right. I'm ready to have a good time.
You got the mind and heart of a champion, bro. Like, you got to win, but you want to have fun. You can't help but have fun, dude.
Yeah, you gotta have fun. You gotta have fun.
It's so crazy.
Like if we play a game, let's say we play a game like Overwatch something, and we get washed, we just gonna have to laugh it off.
Like, you guys really nerfed me.
All right, you got us. But we taking the rest of the shit. We taking the rest. Like,
real funny.
It's cool. Like I said, I was down 5 games. Yeah. I came back 6 and won the whole thing. That's just me, man.
Yeah.
I'm not giving.
See, you're in a testament to what can happen. That same thing can happen in the league games.
Yup.
Like in the 10K tournament. Like we've seen people lose a couple and then come back and sweep. Even my team against Bobby Yaga. It was 3. We lost 3 games.
Yeah, it was
3-0.
3-0.
And then just like I think
and then
it was
after
6
that,
in a row.
Yeah. And sometimes this is the stuff that I pay attention to. Is you have to pay attention to what's left on the wheel because like my team was only getting stronger through those losses. So it's like we lost it, but now we have one less game that we're not good at, and we're really good at these ones. Oh, we lost that one. Well, there's less games that we're not good at. So your strength can build as well as like keeping your head strong and their emotions in check. That allowed you to take those dubs, and it's the same thing your team can do. And that's where coming together as a team, not getting upset. Breaking shit, screaming, like that can throw the whole team off.
Yes.
You can't allow that to get to you because you could come back and take that win, which is even better than just sweeping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So is there anything else that you wanted to cover?
No, I think that's it. I think it's just going to be a lot of fun. I am really excited to watch these games play out.
Oh, yes. It's going to be amazing.
So good.
I'm sure we'll all be commentating through it, so make sure you tune in. What's your stream so people can check it out?
Twitch.tv/Wonku, Tuesday through Friday, 11:30 p.m.
Super easy. Go ahead, Herb.
Twitch.tv/PassTheHerbs, Tuesday through Saturday at 12 p.m. noon time. So that is 5 p.m. Gov time for everybody who lives in the UK and everything like that.
Yeah,
so
I got fans.
Yeah, I do, man. I love you guys watching everywhere, man. So
hell yeah. All right, so you guys can find me if you need to communicate on Discord as well as both of them. So just look up for like Ryan Fredericksburg OG or Ghost Squad OG. On Discord, as well as they're on there with their names, the same names that they have anytime. Pastor Herbs and Wonku. This is the end of episode 8. Let's get it!
Let's get it!